Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another Guilds of Ravnica draft. So today we'll be again doing a non-competitive draft. Let's jump right in, and the plan is to draft basically anything but Boros, because recently I've drafted a lot of Boros. So unless we open something that really forces us to go Boros, like Tajik or something like that, I would like to avoid the red-white and try something else. Let's pay the 5,000, and of course we start with the risk factor. Is there anything else that we want to go with? There's also Boros Challenger, so Boros Challenger might even be better than the risk factor for limited. I'd really like to draft something other than Boros. Let's see, Flower Flourish. That is a pretty weak first pick. I think I will take the Challenger and go Boros again. It's just too good. And there is basically nothing else here. Or I could maybe take Risk Factor and try to draft Izzet. That would be an option. Yeah, let's try that. Let's go with Risk Factor and see if we can draft a decent Izzet deck, because that's usually a guild I'm trying to avoid. Let's see if we can get a decent blue-red. Goblin Electromancer in this case, I would say. Let's see first few picks, and then we decide what type of Izzet we want to try. The Phantasm, that's a Dimir card. Probably Unexplained Disappearance. Recruit would be an option as well. With the risk factor, we probably want to be more on the aggressive side. Excuse me. Fine, let's go with the recruit. Let's see if we can draft an aggressive Izzet. Let's go with the maximize velocity. That should work quite well with our plan. Radical Idea or the Goblin Locksmith. If we want to be aggressive, we can't have too many spells. I think we should get better 2-drops than the Locksmith. Let's go with the Radical Idea. Oh, we could still take the Disdainful Stroke. I think for what I'm trying to get, it might be better than Sinister Sabotage. Of course, this Sinister Sabotage is unconditional counter magic, but it's more expensive and we want to just spend all our mana until like turn 4 or 5. So the plan is to have 1, 2, 3 drop, and then on turn 4 have a 2-drop and Disdainful Stroke open, something like that. So I think I'll go with that. Hypothesis. That's probably a card that we want to pick up no matter what. Sonic Assault, sure. Cosmotronic Wave, and he'll probably have to focus on creatures in the next 2 boosters, because we already have probably more spells than we want to play. Here it doesn't matter what we pick up. Okay, so the first booster is quite disappointing, but here it's getting more interesting. Murmuring Mystic or Inescapable Blaze. Neither of these two are perfect for what we are trying to do, but with so many spells, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically just have spells, no creatures. I think we may change the plan. Just go with the Mystic and build something more defensive. The risk factor doesn't work that well in the defensive deck, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Let's go with the Mystic. Drake is pretty decent. Is there anything else? If we get one or two more Electromancers, then Devious Cover-Ups become quite interesting. I don't think I want to play or want to pick up Invert over the Drake here, so it's gonna be the Drake. We don't have that many creatures, so Bodyguard is probably quite bad. Capture Sphere is a removal, but we want instant and sorceries, not an enchantment. I'm thinking about the ordinary goblin. We're gonna need some creatures. I'm hoping that we get something better than just a 2-1 goblin. Let's go with the Sinister Sabotage. There we go, that's something a little bit better. But there's also Hypothesizal. I have to start prioritizing creatures, even though the Hypothesizal is really good. I need at least something with numbers. The Guildgate is interesting, but I think I'll go with the Whelp. Actually, it could be our finisher even. Gravitic Punch, would that make sense? Crackling Drake with the Gravitic Punch could be an interesting combo with all the spells that we have. There is not much else in the booster except maybe the Locket. Okay, let's pick up the Punch. Probably won't be playing it, but just in case. Banneret, we don't have a deck for Banneret. It most likely just end up having Baronet on turn 1 and then nothing to mentor. I'll instead go for another Electromancer. This is more interesting. Both the Electrostatic Field and the Dragonauts are pretty nice. I think Dragonauts are better. And somehow we got the Inescapable Blaze back, so we definitely want to pick that up as a finisher. Definitely don't want second Gravitic Punch, but I think I'll take the Invert Invent. Let's take another Mesmerist. How the hell did we get the Hypothesizal back? Okay, and now we just have to get more creatures somehow. Piston Fist Cyclops are pretty good. Selective Snare is not the worst card ever. Response, of course. But I think I have to prioritize creatures here, so it's gonna be the Cyclops, most likely. How much removal do we have? Well, just the two Hypothesizals and the Blaze, basically. Okay, fine. In that case... may need to take the response. And hope that we get the Cyclops back. We got some pretty good Izzet spells back in the previous pack. So hopefully we get our Cyclops as well. Crater Maker is nice, but with so many spells and with some pretty expensive spells, I think it's gonna be another Electromancer. What are we looking at here? I don't think we want the Sure Strike. Maybe Unexplained Disappearance is not horrible. But in this case... I think I'll just pick up the Doom Whisperer. I don't have a playset for constructed. There is nothing that amazing in this pack. So I will take the opportunity and snipe that. Another Sonic Assault. Wow, and Erratic Cyclops, that's exactly a card that we have been looking for. Discovery would also be nice, but I can't take it over the Cyclops, of course. Another Electromancer or Small Word Minotaur. I think 3 Electromancers are enough. I'm just thinking how important the Minotaur will be in a deck like this. You have more than enough spells to make sure no creatures block, but then is a question if there's going to be anything except the Minotaur on board. Probably just need more creatures. Fine, let's take the Minotaur. One copy of Maximize Altitude. Not sure that we want to play it, but I will take it. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna play any of those cards. Another Recruit, but again, I most likely won't be playing that. Fire Urchin might actually end up in our deck. This is a pretty close call between the Guildgate and the Sure Strike. With Crackling Drake, some Izzet Guildgates would be nice. How many creatures do we have? Let's check that first. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is the maximum. Not sure with so few creatures I can afford it to play Sure Strike. Let's go for the Guildgate. Oh, there is another Sure Strike. Okay, now we can pick that up. Whatever. And yeah, you don't get anything interesting in the rest of the pack. Okay, so what can we get rid of that we don't want to play for sure? All of that. Assassin, Pax Favor. All these black cards. Come on. I think we can afford to play 16 lands. Let's get rid of the plains. How much card draw do we have? We have only that one radical idea. We have some Surveil, but I'm not sure if I want to play Sinister Sabotage. And of course, both hypotheses are card draw. The Drake is a card draw. And with our Electromancers, we should be able to cast the hypotheses with less than 5 lands. So let's risk it, go with 16. Seven and 9. I think 7 and 9 will be fine. And now we just have to remove 9 cards. Let's get rid of the Altitude, 1 copy of Maximized Velocity. I don't think I can afford it to play Invert Invent. I'd like to keep the Disdainful Stroke. And we have too many 2-drops, I think. So the Mesmerist can go. We keep all Electromancers at the Guild Gate. I think I get rid of 1 recruit. Cosmotronic Waves are not that good in this deck. We can't afford to play both Gravitic Punches. I think we actually can't afford to play the other one either. It's nice with the Erratic Cyclops and like Inescapable Blaze, but that would require also some Electromancers on board. What else is here that we could possibly get rid of? We didn't get the Cyclope back. That sucks. That really sucks, because Cyclope is exactly what we need in this deck. How many creatures do we have? 12. 13 non-creature. And I think I will get rid of the Sure Strike. And we'll keep the Gravitic Punch. And we'll try to find the combination of the Erratic Cyclops with some Electromancers on board and play either Hypothesizzle or Inescapable Blaze in combination with the Gravitic Punch to do a lot of damage. Okay, fine. So I think this will be the deck, but I'll give myself some more time to think about this. Maybe come up with some changes, although we don't have that much to work with, so probably won't be able to find anything. But we'll see. So I'll think about this a bit more off camera, but for you guys, that's only gonna be a second, so I'll see you in a moment. So, in the end, I didn't change anything. I was thinking about removing that maximized velocity as we don't have that many creatures, but I really don't have anything decent to replace it with. So overall, I'm not too happy with this deck. I think if we can get like 3 or 4 wins, I'd be really happy. I don't think the deck realistically has a chance to get more wins, especially if we meet some of the faster decks, Selesnya or Boros. But, well, we'll see. It's definitely something different compared to what I usually draft. Let's see the opening hand. We have the Electromancer, we have the Minotaur. If we draw a land, we are on draw, so I think this is a keep. And planes, that's exactly what I didn't want to see. Also, we didn't get that 3rd land, which could be a huge problem. Yep, that's a big problem. 2, 4, 6, 7. Hoping that we'll be able to use the Disdainful Stroke here. Oh. Yeah, this is like the worst option. We don't really have an answer to this. I can still play the Minotaur. That can stop something. But that missed drop will cost us. Now I can't use the Disdainful Stroke. I needed the Minotaur in the previous turn. Now I have the mana open. Exactly for this reason. It still doesn't have double strike, so we have the Hypothesis to remove the Sergeant, and we managed to draw another land. Okay, where do we start? Probably with the Hypothesis, we need more lands, and we need to get rid of that Garrison Sergeant. I think I want to play it now, avoid some potential combat tricks. What do we want to... It doesn't really matter. Okay, discard, that's gonna be the maximize velocity. And we get rid of that Sergeant. Pause the turn and see if we can delay the game enough. Bullet Instructor... I needed an island here. Just pass. But that Blade Instructor is a huge problem. I'll have to trade him for the Minotaur. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. This isn't too bad. We can get rid of the Instructor, hopefully. Take 3. Next turn, we kill the Shieldmate. I was hoping I'd draw an island. Fine, let's get rid of the Assault. Kill the Shieldmate, so now our Dragonauts can block the Scout. Play the Mountain and the Risk Factor, so that we use all the mana this turn. Our opponent's probably gonna take it, and that's 5 damage from the Dragonauts. That might be worth it, because that takes the opponent down to what? Down to 9. Next turn we hit him with the Blaze and finish him with Dragonauts? We also have that Sonic Assault, that's 2 more damage. Fine. That changes the math. Do you want to block it? I don't think so. Yeah, and this is why I don't like Guild Gates. Let's see, can we do this? the Drake. And attack. How big is the Drake gonna be? 6. 5 with the maximized velocity. I could discard the sabotage. Let's play the Drake first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is nice. Let's play the island. Now, when I play the maximized velocity, that's what? Wait, let's play the risk factor first. Let's see what's gonna happen. And that should be enough. Okay. That wasn't too bad. And this is basically the best we can expect from this deck. Just get maximize velocity on the Drake and win due to the surprise attack. Because that can be a lot of damage with all the spells that we have. This would be such a nice draw with one island. I think if I can afford it to keep this, we have only, what, 7 sources of blue mana. You need only one island for this. Oh, can I afford it to keep? It's very risky, but I think I'll trust the deck. We're gonna lose the Murmuring Mystic now. Oh. Wow. Discard the Sonic Assault. There's the island. It's nice. But I have a feeling now we're gonna lose the Mystic. Yep. On the other hand, this means that our opponent won't play anything on this turn. And we even managed to draw a 3-drop. He knows about the Disdainful Stroke. Oh. That's basically another reason to play the Minotaur. If he has a 4-drop next turn, he's gonna play it. Because after that, I'll just have my mana open for the Disdainful Stroke. Okay, fine. This is quite annoying. Okay. Yep, that's something I will have to start playing around. Because so many of my opponents just have Vraska for some reason. Let's see, what can we do? Is it worth it playing the recruit? I could just tap the wall and kill Vraska. Do we discard though? I think I'll just get rid of the disdainful stroke. Our opponent knows about it. Hypothesis would be nice here. Definitely not another mountain. Although, if we want to play Hypothesis, we will need the 5th land, and especially the Blaze. So I will use the land. Good that our opponent used the rat in the previous turn. Drake could be quite decent. We have 1, 2, actually only 2 spells in the graveyard. Never mind. I thought we had more. Now he will start attacking with the Gorgon, unblockable Gorgon, I think. Come on, island. Oh, that's not an island. Can use the risk factor here. Discard the punch. Now when the opponent knows about the punch, he may let us draw. Yeah, I kinda expected him to let us draw. Do we play the Hypothesis here? I could get rid of the Adept. Attack with both. I think... No, the Drake is better here. It's 4/4 flyer that has to get answered. Actually, if it doesn't get answered, we win next turn. Okay, it's over. Oh, that was a nice top deck. How much mana do we need? 3, so I can't afford to play the Beat Dragonauts. Fine. Good. Somehow that's 2-0. But still, I don't really think that the deck can get to more than like 3 or 4 wins. We have the mana, we have the spells, we have Electromancer. Yeah, this looks decent. What I would like to draw would be like one more island and the Drake. Double green, that looks good. That increases the chance that we'll see some early removal. And if it's green-white, we don't even care about things like Luminous Bond on the Electromancer. Is there anything that could kill our Electromancer? Don't think so. How are we gonna play this? How about the mountain? Still gonna play the Radical Idea now. We could draw a 2-drop. Oh. Okay, that's an unusual combination. Now you'll see all the colors. Okay, let's play the recruit, and so far this doesn't look too bad. And the turn, we have the Sinister Sabotage. We should be able to do 4 more damage next turn. Thought Erasure. That changes things quite a bit. I have to counter this. I don't want my opponent to know about my cards. We want another island. We have mountain. I don't think we want another island. We can play the Hypothesis next turn even if the Electromancer dies. So our opponent has mana for counter magic open. What's that gonna be? It's the 3-2 flesh thingy. We could use a response on that. And play the Urchin after combat. Or maybe not. Yeah, I'll just pass then. Down to 12, this is down to 6. I want to play the Hypothesis end of turn. Okay, 6-5 is a bit of a problem. Let's pretend like we are thinking about counter it. Fine. And how are we gonna do it? I will think about using the Hypothesis here because we want response in combat, then ask the cast the Urchin. Now let's keep it. May need it as a removal. Now this could change our plans. Well, we definitely attack. No, we use the Minotaur. And that puts even more pressure on our opponent. Now one blocker doesn't change anything here. One blocker, or with one blocker, we have lethal next turn because the Inescapable Blaze can't... Well, that works. Yeah, but... just... who would play around these cards? I mean, this is not constructed. And I think at this point we just want to delay the game as much as possible. And draw enough damage to win the game with spells. Discard the card. I think I'll get rid of the Urchin. There is still most likely Devious Cover-Up in hand. Poison Lurcher for 4. This could be our chance. There was already one Thought Erasure. Should I play around another one? I'm thinking about double Sonic Assault here. And next turn Inescapable Blaze. That's our best move. And we just hope there isn't another Thought Erasure. Life gain is unlikely. This guy doesn't change anything. And if the last card is the Devious Cover-Up, then we are fine. No, it's a Worm, but Worm is not enough damage. I think. We are at 20, yeah. For a second there I was like, can the Worm really be enough damage? There we go. That's a third win. This was a decent match. How many gems do we have at this point? 300. Could get one more win. It would be nice to get 450. And if somehow we get to 5, I'd be so happy for 650. Well, we have 9 sources of red mana. Problem is, that's the Guild Mage, and that's it, right? This is a 5-drop, that's too light. We would have to draw 2 mountains for response. I think I'll mulligan this. But we can scry the top card, hope for the mountain. And then we try to win with our Electromancer beatdown. Problem is, against Boros, that's probably not gonna work. It's not Boros, it's just Guy. Probably means it's full of removal. Excuse me. This doesn't look too good. Oh, it's not even Jeskai. It's 4 colors already. Yeah, elf, whatever. Cyclops are decent. Okay, let's play the Dragonauts. We don't have any spells. It's a discount for now. If we draw any, we have the Dragonauts to do some damage already. Next turn we play the Cyclops. Samala. Fine. What the hell is this deck? Peacemaker? Sure. Now we'll probably find out if the opponent has some kind of removal. Because it's too risky to leave the Cyclops on board unchecked. Oh, so it's all 5 colors, great. 5 colors Celestia. We are not gonna win when we are drawing like this. Where are all our spells? And let's play one more mountain. Okay, we keep the island so that we can jumpstart cards or spells. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Fine, let's play one more land. Gonna lose the Dragonauts? Like Crushing Canopy or something? No. It's probably the best option out of all the removal. Because at least gives us a land, and that means we have only 8 lands left in 27 cards. We have drawn, what, 5 cards and 7, 8, 9 lands. Yeah. I mean 8 lands. I do want to block. I think I can trade one Electromancer for this night. See if our opponent has some combat tricks. No. Oh, it's this kind of deck. And we just keep drawing lands. Ah, this is getting ridiculous. Okay, so he's just playing all the guild gates only to be able to play the Garrison Sergeants and maybe a few splash cards like the Assassin's Trophy, the top tier removal. Yep, and this is one of those games when the game just decided we are not gonna win no matter what. I wonder if he also had that uncommon enchantment, that Street Riot or how it's called, +1/+0 trample. That's usually what you want to play with those double strikers. And there we go, now we are on 1 land. We have 1, 2 drops. 1 mountain, and this would be okay. I think I have to mulligan this. Yeah, this is better. I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't seen more than 3 lands in this game. Because that's usually, from my experience, how it is, that you have some good games, and then you have Mana Flood and Mana Screw. We need to draw Island. So we can draw from the Drake. Ideally, if we draw an island and the mountain here, I wouldn't complain. This is not too bad either. If I attack... Okay, this is instant, right? I want to see if our opponent has combat tricks. No. Sometimes what people do is that they use the combat trick before the block. So when you have Sonic Assault, you can just let them use their combat trick, then you tap the creature and they can't block and waste the combat trick. This sucks. How badly do we need our Electromancer here? I'm thinking about letting him attack, response on the Collector, and block with the Electromancer. Is it gonna be +3, +2 enchantment? No, Razorman Centaur. Well, that changes things. I don't mind double blocking here and let our opponent decide what he wants to kill. That's a wrong land. Let's pretend like I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna top the Centaur. Like I don't want him to buff him with the Mentor. Probably is not gonna attack into Shadow Strike though. That's what he would expect. That's my guess. Or he will attack. Okay, that's a nice 2-for-1. And if the Whelp survives, we are winning the race here, but I have a feeling it will go down to something like Crushing Canopy main deck. No, this looks like Prey Upon. Or not? Well, I'm definitely not gonna block. Interesting. Critic Punch. 3, 5, that's down to 9, potentially down to 3. Need that second island. I could just tap the centaur. Attack with both. They'll be down to 7 already. Does he have response? There has to be something. Be that Celestia 5 mana, untap a creature, give it hexproof, no, nothing? Okay. Our opponent is basically down to 4. At the moment with the Gravitic Punch, of course. How many instant and sorceries? Just 1. Well, Inescapable Blaze. Well, that is nice. But do we have time for that? Okay, and now it's about drawing a land next turn. Wait, I forgot about the Electromancer. Oh my god. I was so focused on that Gravitic Punch that I completely missed the fact that I had lethal here. This still shouldn't be lethal. Or that's 10 damage. And there could be a combat trick, that's the problem. But then there is no block. No trample. Okay, let's block, and we have lethal with the whelp, because there could be the pack's favor, and we have even drawn the mountain. Okay, but damn, I screwed up so bad. Okay, so in the end, I somehow still managed to win that. I can't believe what I did there. That I didn't see the discount. What the hell happened? That was undeserved. Again, this would be really nice with one island, but can we really rely on that with only 7 sources of blue? I think I'll have to mulligan this. I think I need second island here, so I'll send the mountain down. There's another one. This looks bad. The Child of Night is a problem. Let's play the island in case we draw another one next turn. I'm not gonna use a response on Child of Night. That's just not the target that I would like to use such a removal on. Veiled Shade is a better target, but it's probably now here protected with some counter magic. Or not. I still think that our opponent may have something. Yeah. I should have played 8 sources of blue. It honestly feels like I'm playing even less than 7 sources of blue mana. Because we had problems with blue mana in almost every single game. I'd be really surprised if our opponent didn't have removal. This is better than removal. Do we have an answer for Doom Whisperer? Inescapable Blaze, and we don't have mana for that. Fine. Let's just give up. Okay, that's 2 losses. Let's try to squeeze that 5th win. I'm already quite satisfied with 4 wins. As I said at the start, 4 wins is probably maximum I can expect from this deck. But we are so close. There is a huge difference between 2 and 3, I mean 4 or 5 wins. This is not horrible. It's definitely keeper. Hope we don't die because we don't draw a 4th land. No 2-drop, please. There we go, that's nice. Okay, and please, island next turn, or honestly any land next turn. No, we are not blocking that. Oh, that's chess guy. Interesting. Bit of a problem though. That's gonna be a big Haunted Witness. It's probably over. And we are gonna die because we don't draw a 4th land. Don't have anything to do at this point. I could just play the Radical Idea. Discard Gravitic Punch. Yeah, but it's again not a land. Here's the option would still be to draw a land, have the Disdainful Stroke, block maybe, but still, yep. I'm quite happy that we managed to get to 4 wins. Losing the last game, or last 2 games honestly, because of mana issues, that always feels so bad. Okay, let's check our reward. We actually managed to get an extra booster that improved my mood a little bit. And let's see the reward. Oh, hey, that should be my fourth Raska. And Charnel Troll, that's garbage. Ah, well, overall, I think this wasn't a bad round, definitely something else than what I usually do. So I hope that you guys liked the video, I hope that you're gonna join me next time again, and until then, have a good time, bye bye.